Okay, guys, and welcome. And we are on episode 10 of Rock Climbing Girls. Yes, we are on episode 10. Now, a thing about episode 10 is, I don't know, it's just something about this episode kind of hit me on many different levels, especially with Konomi, our main girl, our murder observation. Something about her, it's just, we see Konomi, we see our girl in many different ways. And by many different ways, I mean we've seen her grow as an independent female character in this sports anime we've seen right now. She's the most inspirational character to see. It makes you feel like you want to rock climb even more just by looking at her. I mean, yeah, there's other climbers you'll see that has the potential to, make you want to climb. But looking at Konomi herself, it makes me feel like I want to, this is the girl you want to be inspired by. Like this, just by looking at her, you want to be a climber. And by episode 10, I gotta say, it kind of it hit me in many different, by that I mean Konomi has breaking points. Yes, this is the first time, and I think this is the first time, no, I'll say the second time our main girl is on her breaking point, legit. But this right here, this was the biggest breaking point. So, and like always, this is one of those times we could just say feel bad for her, and we do. We actually do. So in this review of episode 10, I like to get down to business. So let's do this. So, after 6 months hiatus training, the team is finally back. That's why the episode is called Restart. An episode where they could all restart and go back to their daily ways and go back training even more for the next championship. Now, and I think this is an arc. We got the Kanto Championship arc, that's one, and now we got another training camp arc. And now now we have this other arc, another tournament arc coming into play. So yeah. So Konomi, our girl, in order to qualify for the next cup, there's this you have to climb the wall within 15 seconds. Now, Konomi, we all know how good she climbs. The only thing is she lacks time. She can memorize everything, but it takes her so long. So for her to even mesmerize it even more, she has to be quick with her observation eyes. I call it the observation eyes. She has to use her observation eyes to climb the wall in under 15 seconds. Now, her first attempt, she did it 17 seconds. That's the thing. And her and June connection is getting closer. Their connection is really, really great now. After last week's episode where June didn't want to help, it's nice to see June actually stepping up as a friend, as a frenemy, rival, friend, no frenemy. I'm glad that June is actually stepping up her game as a teammate and a friend and a good friend towards Konomi. I really like that. So those two are going to the training camp. Every sports anime comes with a training camp arc. So there you go. So they go to a training camp and they meet other interesting players, that we all know and love. One of them is the rookie killer, which her. And then you got the ballet climber, which I can't stand because of her hair. But anyway, oh, and by the way, the head judge from the Kanto Championship arc was there, with the curlies and the shades. Looking back, he doesn't look bad. I mean, back then when he did the judge, he was but now he's just back. So now he's training these just the first years, to climb the wall within 15 seconds. Mind you, each course has the same materials, the same rock style. So they have to climb within 15 seconds. Konomi, on the other hand, our main girl, is 17 seconds. She did it in 17.62. The lowest of all, not the lowest score, but I mean in terms of the worst. Okay, the worst score ever. Everyone else is averaging I'll say 16, 14, or even 15 at best, 15 point something. But for her to have 17 point something, that didn't work out. So she tried to memorize. Then she used her observation skills plus her Sharingan ability to copy each and every climber and then use it. And I'm looking at that scene. I'm like, wait a minute. She just She used her observation eyes, and then she using the power of the Sharingan to copy each climber's ability and see how fast they could climb. But every time she used their ability, it just gets worse and worse. From 17 to 18, then 17, then 18. She's trying to get at least under 15 seconds, and that ain't gonna work. Now we all know Konami's a good climber. We get that. It's just the speed. She lacks speed. That's the problem. That's her Achilles heel. Every sports anime, like if you watch Prince of Tennis, if you watch Haikyuu, Hajime no Ippo, Kuroko no Basket, Hero no Sora, every sports anime you watch, you know that there's one character, the one main character that has an Achilles heel. That one character who has a weakness, and that's what she has, is the speed. Now she felt all gloomy because even with her observation technique, that didn't work. She goes in, and then Konami goes into the bath, the hot big old bath with the ballet dancer who knows Konami. Okay. Now they're having a conversation, and then this was her breaking point, like her sad breaking point. I mean, she lost her ability to climb. Like back then in the Kanto Championship, she was all excited. The climbing was fun. She was all climbing like with ease. But then with this training camp, it kind of like stressed her out a little bit. Like she can't climb fast. She lost her ability to climb faster, and that's kind of sad for her. She's like I didn't want to do this anyway. Why did I have to come here even though I can't win? She doubting herself. She's just doubting herself that she can't climb as fast as everybody else. And then the ballet dancer, the ballet climber, slap her in the face, like a slap, more like a wake up call, like that. And here's the thing: there are anime slaps. There are good slaps. There are bad slaps in anime. So watch this. When I mean a good slap is more like a wake-up call. A good slap is a wake-up call. Kind of like most iconic slap ever, and you guys cannot agree, you guys gotta agree on this, be honest. The most iconic slap in anime history is High School of the Dead. Remember when the first episode, when Takashi saw the zombie, he rushed into the classroom and grabbed Rei, right? And then what did he do? He slapped Rei in the face. That right there is an iconic slap because that was a wake-up call. It wasn't about the relationship. That is like Takashi, like when he slapped Rei, that was like a wake-up call. Like, we're not here to talk about romantic shit. We just gotta get out of here, the zombie apocalypse. That slap made sense. Now, that's the good slap. The bad slap are anime parents, and there's anime bullies who does that to the main character or other people. Like, for example, Erase. Remember how the mother from Erase slapped the little girl? That's that. Or how about when in Sekirei, when you had the abusive Ashikabi, and the abusive Ashikabi just slapping and abusing his Sekirei. That's a bad slap. It's like that. And there are slaps that are funny, like the Cautious Hero. I don't know if y'all heard the Cautious Hero, but remember that Cautious Hero when that guy keeps slapping her in the face a lot? Slap, 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 slap. That's funny. But like I said, there are good slaps, bad slaps, and there's funny slaps. What the ballet climber did to Konami when she slapped her in the face, that was a wake-up call. Did she mean it? Yeah, because she was trying to say, wake up. Sure, you have the slowest climber. You're the turtle with speed. Sure, you're the slowest climber, but that doesn't give you the right to doubt yourself. Wake up. You can do this. That's that. Now, unlike Bakugo, I mean, literally, when he slaps people, he does that out of aggressive, not by kindness. He does that for aggressive purposes because he always telling people to die. So imagine Bakugo coming and say, die. That kind of thing. I mean, like, going further. But the the ballet climber herself slapped her because to give her confidence, Like, you could do this. Don't doubt yourself. Don't leave this place because you suck. No. And then the conversation with her and June June was really open about her failing and her weaknesses and all that stuff. And Konami started crying. And I think this is the first time, to me, this is the first time that Konami was crying for real. Like, legit cry. Like, every time when she loses, she has that frown face. But with her in this, she's just sad. And then the next day we saw her training. She always under 17 seconds, but she's training. But then at the end of the episode, this was the most, this dark-skinned girl came out of nowhere, climbed the wall so fast that she even scored 12.6 seconds. That right there, she wants to climb like that dark-skinned climber. She wants to climb just like her. And I'm telling you, this is going to be one of those times where we like, oh, okay, here we go. A foreigner climber, because she got the blonde hair. But still, I'm just saying, Konami's going to learn a lot from her. Now, I got this feeling in my bones that she is related to that climbing princess. Something about the climber at the end says that she's relatable, or she knows the climbing princess. Maybe that's her teammate. But I'm just saying. But like I said, so overall, I found this episode a bit more, not cringe, but more like, oh, okay, this is the first time we see Konami on a breaking point. And with 2 episodes left down the road, I can't wait to see how Konami will develop even more as a climber with her speed. I mean, like I said, she's a turtle with speed, meaning she'll use her observation eyes to see, but then she'll climb in a slow pace. So yeah, but really, she gonna build up her speed, and I hope, and she'll get better for that. She will develop with her speed, and I look forward to it. But like I said, this episode was really about Konami. This was it was about the main girl. She lost her motivation. Even though she made friends back with June, it still changed the fact that she has a lot to work on in this episode. So in this training camp arc that she in right now, I tell you right now, her speed will develop even more. So thank you for watching this episode of Sport Climbing Girls. I look forward for next week's episode. Although you won't get the next week's video of Sports Climbing Girls like Sunday probably. So I'm sorry. So thank you for watching this video. I look forward for next week's episode.